Welcome back, GMB Nation. This is another story time with your host, GMB Creates. And this is story time 9, day 9 until Halloween. 9 days till Halloween countdown. This story is a new story within the Spooky Stories Tales. The finale, if you haven't already seen, for The Haunting is over. Check out the finale in the video shorts. I'll leave a link in the comment section down below. But we have the finale. We have the Haunting itself, part 1, 2, 3, and 4. But now we are on forward into the next topic, the next story, the next spooky tale. Story 9. I'm still stuck on story 11. Story 9. The abandoned house. Old apartments. So, in Georgia, in which I reside now, I've always been here since I've been a kid. I've been raised up here practically. So, in my childhood, I lived in Lithonia, Georgia. There's this apartment complex called Stonecrest Apartments. Now, in the first story time, I mentioned this apartments before, so y'all should be familiar by now that a lot of strange stuff used to happen over there at Stonecrest Apartments, and it may still be strange things that happen over there, from the mere fact that one side of the apartment complex would be sunny and the other side would be dark. Was weird. The fact that I saw my first UFO sighting over there was weird. The fact that was the first time I saw a physical ghost and consciously knew that it was a ghost, leading to the fact that I could see dead people is weird. All these things were very strange, odd, unique experiences that led me to believe that a lot of stuff used to go down in that area that was of supernatural. Excuse me. I'm yawning so much. A lot of stuff used to go down that was of supernatural or paranormal activity over there. And one of the weird, strange things over there that stood out the most, that's so obvious that nobody ever talked about, that me and my friends always wondered about when I was a kid. We always used to explore around the apartment complex. We decided one day to explore outside the apartment complex. In the results of exploring outside the apartment complex, we led ourselves into the woods. And, you know, as the explorer I am and explorer my friends were, we were kids that just, brown kids at that. You know, you think that, you know, white kids will be into this type of stuff, but no, us too. Like, it didn't matter. We were just explorers. We were rugrats in real life. The brown version, I guess. Anyway, we get through the woods and we're just exploring and stuff, and I don't know, I saw this like black shadow from afar. I'm not sure if it was Sasquatch, because at that time I was really obsessed with Sasquatch and finding Sasquatch and Bigfoot. Yeah, Bigfoot, that's what it was. I was really obsessed with finding Bigfoot. So I don't know if I saw Bigfoot or not. It was a big shadow from afar. I didn't know what it was. But to get back to the topic at hand, we roaming around, walking around, we see this house in the woods, far out from the apartment complex. Not too far out from the apartment complex. Like, probably like 100, 200 yards out from the apartment complex. Wasn't that far from the apartment complex. But it was like pretty close in the woods. We wasn't too far out in the woods. We was like just in like the front end of the woods. Like we weren't too far out. We was like maybe like we wasn't on the deep end of the woods. We wasn't lost. We knew where we was at. We knew how to get back. It wasn't that far from the apartment complex itself. But we found this house, and the house was an abandoned home. Nobody lived there. It was this rusted car, really rusty old car. And there was this sign. It looked like it was like a tourist attraction, but it wasn't a tourist attraction at the same time. And it was this big old sign, and it had a whole bunch of words and reading on it. And all of us was like reading at it, but we wasn't like really comprehending what we was reading at the time. I for sure wasn't comprehending what I was reading. Maybe other kids did, but we really didn't look into it. We just saw the visual of this thing. You know, like when you go to a tourist spot and they have the biography of what you're looking at, it literally was that there in outside of the home. It was weird. I was like, this is the weirdest tourist attraction I've ever seen. But yeah, it was some biography thing outside of the abandoned home, and it was like this rusty old car. Then there was the abandoned home itself. As brown kids, we had enough common sense not to do what every horror movie character does and kids do in a horror movie, which is go exploring the unknown. We went into the woods and we went explored around the woods, but we're not finna go in an abandoned home. We're not that dumb. Even together, we're not dumb. We all came to a conclusion to not do that and get the hell up out of there. So we left the scene, and we walked up to the phone, but we like, you know, made up rumors and thought of what could have been there, like maybe a bag of bones in the closet. Like my friends are making all types of stuff. Yo, it could be a bag of bones in the closet. What if we went in there and there was like some skeletons or something? Like, you know, we was having all these like crazy ideas and rumors about what could have been in there. He's like, oh, I know one kid that might have been there before, and he said that he's found a skeleton maybe, or what if it was like maybe a coyote in there, or just like a ghost or something of that. And you know, we all came up with all these wild theories, wild cards that what the abandoned home consists of. Pennywise, freaking Candyman, whoever the hell you could think of, Beetlejuice. We didn't know what the abandoned house had in there, but we knew that it was an abandoned home. It was weird, and we got the hell about the scene. But this is why I mentioned that story. It was strikingly weird how I remember it like it was yesterday, because we kept on visiting that area often, over and over again.